Hello and welcome to Gentle Yoga with Miranda. This class is done in the chair, so we will take a few minutes here to get ourselves situated and settled. A lot of the times our feet don't hit the mat comfortably, so we can use a block under the feet if you would like to. That just helps us lift up so that we can get our knees and our hips level. Now keep in mind this whole class will be done in the chair. So we're just going to take maybe 25-30 minutes and see what we can get done. I like for us to take a hand, put it on each side of the leg so we can lift and spiral out, and we make sure we get both sides. We're trying not to sit back against the back of the chair. We want to sit up nice and tall, letting shoulders relax down the back. And we have the option of gently closing the eyes or find us a spot out and down to focus on. We're always trying to breathe through the nose as much as we can. Every inhale, we're going to round the belly, make it nice and full. And when we exhale, push all of the air out, take navel to spine. On our next inhale, we round the belly, see if we can expand the rib cage in all four directions, and we exhale, push all of the air out, take navel to spine. Third part of the breath is to inhale, round the belly, see if we can expand the rib cage, and we lift into the collarbones. Exhaling all the air out, navel to spine. So now we have a good grip on the breath. We try to do it throughout practice as much as we can. So we let those shoulders relax down the back. We're going to drop both hands down on either side. Taking a deep inhale, both arms up and overhead. And when we exhale, take a twist over to the right side. We have the left hand on the right leg, right hand is in the chair behind us. That helps us sit up nice and tall so we can exhale, ease the right shoulder back. We have the option of looking to the right side, or we try to start looking toward the right shoulder. The farther back we take the gaze, the deeper we can get into that twist. And we usually hold stretches about 20 seconds or so. And we exhale, twist all the way back to center. Taking both arms, we inhale, lift up and overhead, and as we exhale, go over to the left side. Left hand is behind. That helps us sit up tall. So we ease that left shoulder back. Trying to keep that breath moving through the nose as much as we can. And we exhale, come back to center. Taking both arms, we inhale up and overhead. And as we exhale, bring hands down to the thighs. Reach your chin out to the front edge of your mat. Letting shoulders roll down the back. We pull the navel in. Trying to keep that spine as straight as we can. I'm not putting too much pressure on the thighs. I'm just letting the hands rest there. When we exhale, round the back, pull the navel in, dropping chin to chest. Get nice and round here, like you're rounding over a beach ball. When we inhale, slowly come up, let the shoulders come down the back. Take both shoulders, bring them up around the ears. Inhale as we lift up. And when we exhale, roll the shoulders down the back. Inhaling, lift up and over. We're trying to exaggerate the shoulder rotation. Getting a full range of motion. Now let's bring those shoulders back up around the ears, squeeze all the way up. And when we exhale, roll forward. Inhaling, lift up and over, reversing the shoulder rotation. It helps to lubricate the joints and help keep them moving. Let's take it around one more time, and shoulders come up around the ears, squeeze, and when we exhale, relax. Now, as we take both arms down and we inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. As we exhale, take the hands back and see if you can grab that spot right there between the base of the chair and the seat of the chair. So we get those shoulders down, chest is lifted. We're holding onto that chair. As we exhale, bring the chin forward just slightly. We don't want to go too far. We're trying to feel a pull across the chest, maybe into the shoulders a little bit. Sometimes it will get into our upper back. Keeping those shoulder blades as close together as we can. We're often very tight in upper back and shoulders, or even the chest area, and this is a great chest opener. Now slowly pull that navel in Take tension off the back, and we inhale, both arms up, and exhale, let the hands come down. They're resting on the thighs. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest, and when we exhale, round the back, pull the navel in, dropping chin to chest. We call this a seated cat pose. When we inhale, bring the head all the way forward toward the knees, lift the head up, let the shoulders roll down the back. We're going into a seated cow pose. So all we're trying to do is move that spine back and forth in opposite directions. Exhale, go back into our cat. And we find that if we bring that chin all the way forward and roll up, then it's better for the back and it helps protect. Now we exhale, round back into our cat. And we inhale, come all the way forward into cow. Do one more round, each direction. Inhaling, come forward. Now we come back up to that neutral spine, letting shoulders relax. Hands come down beside us. We take a deep inhale, arms overhead, and when we exhale, let the hands come down. So the hands are going to rest on the sides of the chair. We're not trying to put a death grip on that chair. We want the shoulders to relax. The hands are just here for stability. We take that right heel out in front and just relax the leg on the chair. We can pull the toes back gently, and that helps us get a little stretch in the back of the leg, maybe into the quad. We're just easing into it. So we're pushing through that heel, and if we take the heel and swing it out to the right side, then that's going to give us a little stretch on the outer thigh. We can always keep that heel turned up, but lift the foot up just a little bit off the chair so we're not putting all of the weight on the chair. That makes us feel much more on that outer thigh. Now take your heel, turn it down, and then we take the heel, swing it up to the left. Pushing through that heel, getting the toes to come back, and we lift that leg off the chair as much as it feels comfortable for you. A lot of quad, a lot of hip flexor, maybe inner thigh, possibly getting into outer thigh and even the hamstring. Now turn your heel down, chest is lifted, shoulders are back. So we can either slide forward a little bit on that chair and cross right ankle over left ankle and let that right knee open. It's a good option. Or we can take that right ankle and stick it up here on the left thigh. So we want to make sure this left knee is not going wonky. We want it nice and straight right here in center. Sometimes it wants to go one way or the other. And we flex this right foot. If we have a tilt on this left leg, we put a block up under that foot so that we can get that knee to level out and then we're not sliding off. Both hands on the shin. Take a deep inhale and we exhale. See if your chin will go all the way to the front edge of the mat. And yes, I know it's not going to go there, but I'm trying to keep us from dropping the chin to the chest and rounding the back. We want to feel this in the right hip-ish area. So this is a great place for us to stay. We're trying to keep that spine as straight as we can. We can even take the right forearm and press down gently on your right inner thigh. Sometimes that makes us feel it more. We're just not pushing on the knee, we're pushing on the inner thigh. Now we let the hands come down and we inhale, lift both arms up, and we exhale, bring hands down on either side. Take your right knee and cross it on top of your left knee. And if this is just not comfortable for you today, we cross at the ankles instead. Take a deep inhale, both arms up, overhead. And when we exhale, twist over to the right side, Left hand grabs the right leg, right hand behind. Ease on back. Trying to get that right shoulder all the way back. Sometimes we hear a little pop in the back, and that's a good thing. So we're always listening to our body, backing off when we need to. We never want to hurt, ever, in a pose. You might get to what I call a point of interest, which is just at that point before the ouch. So try to back off. Listen to your body. It will speak to you. Now when we exhale, come back to center. Hands are going to rest on the sides of the chair. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Make sure we're just slightly forward on the front part of the chair, not so far that the back legs are coming up off of the chair. Sit up nice and tall, and then pull your navel in as we ease back. We're trying not to touch the back of the chair. Navel is in, chest is up. This may be enough for you. If your core is already shaking, this is a good place for us to stay. We can even take the arms out to the side. That will intensify in that core. Sometimes we want to lift the knees up. We have all kinds of options. I always teach where I teach a modification and I keep adding on to enhance the pose, and that's what we want to do. Navel is in, chest is up, and shoulders relaxed. Zip up that core jacket. Don't forget we've got to breathe. Now we let the foot come down. Inhale, take the arms overhead, and we exhale, let them come down. Uncross, and give those legs a little shake. So now we get to do the other side. Take the hands down, and we inhale, arms overhead. Now we exhale, bring hands down. So this time we're going to inhale, bring the arms up, let that left knee come up, and we exhale, hands down, push through that left heel. Just a little different option to get into it. Of course, we can rest that leg on the chair, pushing through the heel. Chest is up. We always want to sit tall. We're sitting here with purpose. So we try not to slouch and be a little couch potato in the chair. Now, the more we push through the heel and get those toes to come back, the more we're going to feel. So this is a good place for us to stay, or we can start lifting that leg up now if you want to. Take your heel, turn it out to the left side. Sometimes we get a better rotation on one side than we do the other, and that's perfectly natural. Sometimes we feel poses more on one side. I feel this a lot down that left outer thigh, which is a good thing. It's a nice stretch and strengthening pose. Now turn your heel back down, lift it up just a hair, and then take your heel and turn it to the right side. So just because you're in a practice with someone else does not mean that you try to break yourself trying to do what they're doing. We always do what works for our body. And some days we can go a little more than other days. Now take that heel, turn it down. Now when we bring that knee up, we can take it and cross your left ankle over your right thigh. You can always go down here and open up. That's perfectly fine. Make sure this right knee is off to center because we don't want it going off to the side. Hands on the shin, foot flexed. Take a deep inhale, and when we exhale, get your chin to the front edge. Always trying to stretch out nice and long. We do lots of lengthening in yoga. We can even take this left forearm and press gently on the inner thigh, avoiding that knee. We never want to put pressure on a joint. So sometimes that makes us feel it just a little bit more in that hippish area, and that's what we want. Trying to take long, deep breath. Even if you can do one yoga practice a week, you're going to feel a difference in your body. More flexibility, more strength, and better balance. Now inhale, come up, and let the hands come down. Take both arms, inhale, overhead. And we exhale, let the hands come down. We're going to take this left ankle and either cross it over your right ankle, or we cross at the knees. Both arms, inhale, lift overhead, and we exhale, take it over to the left side. Left hand is behind us, sit up tall, and ease that left shoulder back. We like to stay nice and tall when we do a twist. It helps protect the muscles in the back. Remember to look to the left or toward that left shoulder. And when we exhale, turn back to center. Hands are going to rest on the sides of the chair. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Get that navel to pull in so we can lean back, almost touch the back of that chair. We never want to cheat in a pose. We've got to get that full effect. Have the option of taking the arms out. Now right now I've got my toe, my right big toe touching the mat. I've got short little legs, so I like to have my toe down. That helps me get a little bit better lean on this kind of modified boat pose. Now we can lift the knees if you want to go there. That's just going to add to the quad, maybe even the outer thigh on the right side. So we're always trying to keep that navel in. We're trying to breathe. Love to do these poses in classes and do a little distraction and tell cute little stories, just to make them stay in the pose a little longer. Now let it come down, and we inhale, arms overhead. Exhaling, take it down. Uncross. Now give those legs a nice little shake. So we let those shoulders relax down the back, and we're going to take that right heel, press it forward. try to get it to come down at an angle. Chest is up. And if we let that heel come on down, we have to slide forward. Make sure your left ankle and your knee are in a straight line. Push through your heel. Getting just a little stretch in the back of the leg, mostly in the calf muscle, and that's a good thing. And then we pull that one in. Bring that left knee up and take your heel. Stretch it out in front. And then let it lower on down. Line up your right knee and ankle, chest up. Push through that left heel. Now bring it back in. So we sit up nice and tall. Hands are going to rest either on your thighs or on the chair beside us. We sit up tall and let the shoulders relax. Take a deep inhale, and when we exhale, start moving the body in little circles. The hard part of this is trying to keep those hips flat on the seat of the chair. Now as we go around, we're trying to make that circle a little larger. This is really good for hips, and it's trying to lengthen that spine. So it's a good movement to get rid of tension in the back. And the bigger that circle is, the deeper we can get into it. Just try not to go too fast. You don't want to get dizzy. Now some people like to take a shoulder and drop it down towards center, get real exaggerated here. Now when we come back to front, go the other way. You're already warm enough, so we can just go the other way. We don't have to start off small, gradually get bigger. Remember, we drop that opposite shoulder down as we come around. And then we take it around one more time. Come up nice and slow. There's no hurry. So we just come up to a neutral spine whenever we're ready. Let the shoulders relax. Often I have people begging me for shoulder and neck stretches. Let the shoulders relax, and we're going to take that right hand, drop it down. When we inhale, bring the arm up and take your right fingertips over your left ear. Ease the head over to the right side. So we're trying to put just a little tiny bit of pressure, little bit, maybe 20%. Take your fingers and push into your head, and your head pushes up to your fingertips. So we're getting just a little pressure here, and that deepens the stretch. And one more option is to let that left hand drop down beside us. So that hand goes nice and heavy to our side, and the pull of that hand being down gives us a better stretch. Slowly bring that left hand back. Inhale the head up, and exhale, let the right hand come down. So we let those shoulders relax, and we're going to drop the left hand out to the side. When we inhale, the arm comes up, fingertips over right ear, and exhale, take left ear to left shoulder. Now we do that little tiny push and pull if you want to deepen the stretch. Remember, it's only 20%. We're not trying to shove the head over to the side. We can even drop that right hand off to the side. Nice deep breath. And we bring the hand back. Inhaling, lift up, and exhale, take it down. Let those shoulders relax. So we'll take just a minute here and do a seated Shavasana. You can always have that option of going to the floor, so let those shoulders relax. Continue our breathing here. A lot of people need that extra relaxation. So when you take a deep inhale, count how many beats it takes for you to get to the top of the inhale. It's going to vary per person. And when we exhale, make that same count and see if you can make it twice as long. If we're wanting a longer Shavasana, just hit pause and restart when you're ready. Come back to normal breathing, normal to yoga. letting the hands come down, both arms up and overhead. And when we exhale, come into heart center. At the end of our practice, we use the word namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.